retire for medical reasons at age 54. That left me a whole lot of time to fill and room for a whole lot of firsts. So tonight I'm going to tell you about the first time I wore a red hat. And it kind of started in Secrets in Ocean City, Maryland. My husband and I were there getting one of those wonderful $5 winter lunches, and the drinks were only like $2. And in walked this whole gang of women with red hats and purple flowing, and they had lots of bling, and they just seemed like they were having more than their share of fun. So I was trying really hard to hear what they were saying, and my husband, who yells when he's whispering, couldn't even make me hear him. So I ignored him, paid attention to those ladies. We left, went home, and a few days later, he went to work, and I Googled ladies in red hats, kind of oldish, purple, and lo and behold, it was an official group. And it was this group, this Red Hat Society, who wore gaudy clothes and wanted to suck as much fun as they could out of life and just thumb their noses at old age. So I decided I was going to call. Now, there was a group in Westchester, but I just retired from teaching, and I didn't want to be seen there. So I decided to go to Downingtown. And so it was that I found out who the Queen Mum was, and she was elected one time when she was in the buffet bathroom. That's what kind of a disorganization this is. But I decided, I got all my stuff, and I went to the country buffet with them. And it's not very hard to find these people because there's 20 of them, and they're in all their garb, and they're as close to the buffet table as you can possibly get. And I wasn't late, but I was the last one there. And what I didn't know was that they try to time it exactly right so that they can be there right when the breakfast food changes to lunch food. So these big troughs had just gotten changed, and all these ladies go rushing up there. I barely even introduced myself. And much to my surprise, this lady in this like electric scooter, she plowed into this customer and never even said she was sorry or even slowed down. But I tried to join the line. I was a little intimidated, but I joined, and there weren't many people at the salad part. So I went to the salad part, and this lady said, I know you're new, but you're certainly not going to get your $14.99 worth eating salad. So I tried to grab for some mashed potatoes, but they were gone. 3 hours these ladies ate. They went back for seconds, thirds. They had mashed potatoes, stuffing, pork, sauerkraut, you name it, they had it. And then I thought, well, for sure, they're not going to have dessert. Oh, no. That money included dessert, and chocolate cream pie seemed to be their favorite. Finally, they started to look like they were going to go. The scarves that they had tied were all thrown on the floor. Their elastic was like stretched to the max. Their boobs had been laying on the table, and they were all splattered with gravy and chocolate. And I realized I didn't know anything about them except they liked to eat. So I decided that I was going to bolt for my car. Now, I was parked pretty far away. But I get almost to the car, and I hear the Queen Mum say, yo, new lady, Diane. I'm like, oh, God. We need you. So I came back, and I looked at the situation. There was that lady in the scooter, and there was a ramp going up to her van, and all of a sudden it dawned on me, that motor is not working. And I saw these ladies kind of grunting and pushing, and they said, come on, come on. I wasn't quite as old, and I hadn't eaten quite as much as they had. So I came, and I got a few other people who were in the background, and I said, okay, let's push. And we pushed for all we were worth, and we went about 4 inches. And I got out of the way because I wasn't sure if she had enough momentum to plow me down or not. But she didn't. So anyway, I was in charge of figuring out how we were going to get her up this ramp. And I kept trying different combinations of people. Could not do it. The ramp won every time. Finally, and she was like spluttering and farting, and I mean, she was really mad. She said, "Is this really the best you can do?" She said, "It's embarrassing." And I did see a Wegmans shopper like taking a photo with an iPhone. But anyway, I said, "Do you have any relatives?" Any totes? I didn't know what to ask for. And she told me about her son. So 45 minutes later, after all these other red hats had left, one said her guinea pig needed insulin or something. Finally, the son arrives, and he takes one look at the situation, and he says, "God damn it, Mom! I told you that fucking motor wasn't going to push 380 pounds up an incline. Why do you think it was on Craigslist?" So I went home, and I'm there. And it was dark, and my husband says, "Geez, Diane, that was a long lunch." And I threw my red hat at him. The next day, I took it to Goodwill, and I really believe some first should be last.